Hi everyone, it's Manda here on Yachting International Radio with the amazing Amber Patterson from Unearth Your Exponential Power. And Amber's a mind coach that does extraordinary work. I've used her services myself on many occasions. I was fortunate enough to have her over here in Mallorca last year, and she helped so many people. Some of you may be watching. But without further ado, Amber, you should introduce yourself. Tell us about who you are and what you do.
Thanks for that lovely introduction, Amanda. So I grew up in Australia. I'm Aussie and based now on the Sunshine Coast. My background really has been in corporate HR, but there was just something that I was just urging to find more meaning in life, and I guess the world of energy, quantum physics, and like the mind and how it works just kind of fell in my lap. And ever since, that's been about 4 years now, and ever since I've just been obsessed with just finding out more and more and more and why and how it works, and kind of gone through this rabbit hole of discovering the world of energy, and there is so much more. So yeah, my life over the last 2 years is really just been 2 to 4 years has been focusing on how can I help people and impact their lives using this amazing tool. It's helped me. So how I discovered it was really, I was going through, my whole life. I had this picture perfect life. I had the corporate job, the long-term partner, a house, a dog, friends, everything was fine. But like, I still wasn't happy with myself. Couldn't find happiness and meaning. So that really pushed me to find alternative solutions, just really ask, question life. And yeah, so I found an energy healer and had a session, and it was just transformational. So I really stepped into my power. I let go of any low self-worth issues that I'd been struggling with all my life, that I felt really that had been holding me back. And so, yeah, my transformation, really happened 4 years ago. And recently I've been certified as a magnetic mind coach. And so we're combining not only the energy practitioner, but also the mind coaching. I've really kind of found this method to get to solutions really quickly. And so that's and change people's lives, transform, blocks and that have been there sitting with someone for so long throughout the whole life. So, so right now I'm just really focusing on launching my program, Unearth Your Exponential Power, which is all about how to become a conscious creator, how to be the creator of your own life, as opposed to trying to forever fix your problems. So yeah, I guess that's the field I'm in at the moment. It's just been incredible.
Amazing. I've got so many questions. So the first one is, from what I know about you too, when you stepped into energy healing, you didn't just go for any energy healing. I mean, there's lots of amazing ones out there, that you chose a really unique speciality called forensic healing. And I have watched you work on my friends and clients and family, and seen you fix sore necks that have been sore for years and years. And people have seen chiropractors and doctors and had operations. And I've seen you remove emotional blocks that have literally gone overnight, from going in with that forensic mentality and just like pulling out the root cause. Could you tell us a little bit more about how that works and why it's so effective? Because it just blew me away.
Yeah, well, I found this modality. It's called forensic healing, and it's it's so comprehensive. Like Marisa Russo is a founder based in Melbourne, and she spent over $300,000 just going into the nuts and bolts of anything spiritual, energy, quantum, and really picking out all of the most effective tools and techniques and methods. And it really goes into your deep, like the physical sense, the emotional, the soul, the spirit, and it really combines everything holistically. And what she found essentially was that all our physical ailments and emotional ailments, all our conditions, they all serve a purpose. They're here to serve a purpose, and whether that has been a belief that has was first created in childhood, where you've picked up a certain belief to make sense of the world, we make associations, and then that continues to manifest throughout your life through your actions and your thoughts and your feelings. And then that manifests in our body, and our body is essentially the last resort. It's the last expression. And so it's kind of like our emotions are translated into our body, and they're there to serve a purpose. It's fulfilling a need, if it's because we don't feel worthy and it's making us feel worthy, or if it's to support, to ensure that you're helping your mother, you're taking your mother's pain because that's what you needed to do as a child. It can be past lives, it can go really, really deep, and they serve a purpose. And so what we do with energy is we connect to this field. It's called the superconscious field, and it's a field of information. It's a field of information that really instructs our life. And we're able to, with certain procedures, you can actually tap into that field of information, and you kind of shining light on the energy that sits within your body and this information. And then when you kind of create meaning to it, there are two folds here. You create meaning, you shed light on it, and you expose the reason why this thing exists, and you understand, I don't need to have that belief anymore. And so once you realize that, well, you don't need to hold on to that anymore, you can let it go. And so the energy that is the sore neck, or the arthritis, or some whatever condition you have, and I'm not here to diagnose anyone, but this is what I've seen with my clients, is that when you give it attention, and then you kind of don't give it a purpose anymore. So it has no purpose to exist. When you get that information, when you find out the who, what, why, how, when this has occurred, you can kind of just let it go and go, oh, okay, well, and then like the second part of this whole magic is the creation part. You get to choose to let go of who you used to be, and you get to choose what you want to create, who you want to be. And so when you step into that creation, you kind of letting go, and out with the old, in with the new. And so you just get to, when you let go of all of these things that don't serve you, you're just making that space to choose the things that really do serve you, the things that you want in your life. And so what we do is we actually help to put our clients into a conscious creative structure. So we're helping them to really become the predominant creative force in their life, so that they choose where their attention goes, where their focus goes, where their energy goes. And then you're kind of just feeding it, wherever you focus, you're feeding that. And so it just grows and grows and grows. And so if you're feeding your big dream that you've wanted, but there's this thing that's holding you back, well, you finally let go of this thing that's holding you back. You've let go, you said goodbye, and now you're ready to create this dream that has been there for so long, just waiting to have this space for its position on the stage to just let loose and shine. So it's a big process. It it doesn't happen overnight. Sure, I can fix your problems with energy pretty quickly. It does happen pretty quickly, but going into a creative structure actually does take time, because we're undoing all of the things that we've learned from our 20, 30, 40, 50 years of our life and our belief system. So it really does take time, and that's why I like to work with my clients from a minimum of 3 months to at least 12 months. So really get them into that creative structure.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
what I love too is that you've combined this kind of recoding, which you use to bring in the new choices. And because there's a lot of beliefs around these days and stories that you can just use positive affirmation. So why wouldn't that just work if you just say, I don't know, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. Could you just not do that? Or how would your recoding make that more powerful? What's the difference there?
Yeah. So what you're talking about is the law of attraction, and everyone knows about it. It's quite, it's a term that's been around for quite some time, but it's actually been a little bit misunderstood. It's only really one part of manifestation, essentially. It's just one part. And what we need to do is, yes, we need to be positive, but it's got to be authentic. It's got to really come from that place of true creation and true heart space. You want something, if you want $1 million, if that's the thing that you want, then that's fine. But that's the process of getting you to what you really want. What does $1 million actually do for you? Why do you want it? What's it going to create in your life? How's it going to feel in your life? And so what you want to do is actually ask that one, go that step further and ask, okay, well, what will $1 million get me? It's gonna get me, well, time freedom, or, well, what does time freedom mean? It means, like, you can spend more time with your family, or you can volunteer at the children's hospital, because that's where you want to put your time, and that makes you feel really good and happy, and because you're contributing. And the key is to make a true choice. There's only one reason why you should make a true choice, and that is because you just really love it. Just because you love it, because you really love it. And that should be your only reason why you want to create something. And then what happens is, when we choose the thing that we want, all this like psychological tension comes up. And so we can be the most positive person in the world, but you've got all these psychological tension that's kind of popping up and limiting you from, preventing you from really being it. And see, what the key is you've got to be it before you see it. And a lot of people say, oh yeah, but how do I do that? How do I know? Like, I'm kidding myself. But what that means is to understand that you are already it. You are already the millionaire. You're just at a different version. It's a different phase in your journey. You are already it. And so what you want to do, and this kind of gets into epigenetics, is that you've got to find ways in your life now that you are already it. Like you can be abundant in so many ways right now. If you're listening to this webinar, you've got Wi-Fi, you've got a device you're listening. That's abundance. So it's really tapping into being it right now. And then where the recode comes in is actually when your psychological tension, these beliefs that hold you back, we want to treat those beliefs so that we dissolve them, and it's easy to get to flow towards the thing that you want. And really the big thing around here is everyone takes things personally. They don't get what they want. Oh, it must be me. It must be me. I must be broken. I need fixing. So what we do is we get into this problem solving structure of, oh, I'm broken, I must need more coaching, I must need healing, I must need fixing. So we go to our healer or coach, or we go and diet or do something to make us feel less, you know, less, so more to make us feel, do things to make us feel more complete is what I'm trying to say. So we go and fix ourselves. If I've got this, if I'm more confident, I'll then have that. I'll be able to have the $1 million. If I've got more confidence, if I've got more, if I'm way less, or if I look like this, or if I speak like this, or if I've got, if I get married, or, you know, I'll have that. So we do things to really try and fix ourselves. And what that creates is this problem solving structure. And we'll always stay in that problem solving structure, because when you start to go for what you want, your psychological tension is going to hold you back, and then you're just going to go and fix yourself. And so we can't oscillate between what we really want and the current reality. And we fix that one part of ourselves, and then we go for what we want, and then we just oscillate back because there's something else that's broken. So what we need to do is actually step out of the structure, because the structure is what's broken, not you. We're working perfectly fine exactly how we've been programmed. And so we step out of if we change the structure that we're in, put it into a creative structure, that's when we can treat we can let go of this psychological tension that's holding us back with the recodes, and then you just flow. You take action to what you want, where you want to go, and you just flow, because there's no resistance. And there's 5 steps to a recode, to become a conscious creator. We kind of get you into this creative structure, which will get you to flow. And the 5 steps are, and I'll give these to you. So firstly, you want to choose a true goal. You want to have that true choice, something that you want to create in your life. Second step is to create this structural tension. So where are you now in the journey? And just understand where you are, create that tension, that desire, that urge to really go for it. You creating that tension. And then the third step is to get into the emotion of the end result. So we want to learn how to be it before we see it, and create new emotions in the now. We want to create, what does it feel like to have it? So you want to get into that end result. And then 4th step is to unplug and recode. So this is where we use energetics. We tap into this field of information, and we literally change the beliefs about this thing. And there's so much to it, and you can get down to the cellular level, that what we are actually doing chemically to change that. It's neutralizing the traumatic emotion and replacing it with a new emotion that, you know, so we're literally turning pain into wisdom at a cellular level. And then the 5th and one of the most important steps is actually take aligned action towards that goal. And then you'll start to see how your responses have changed, your flows changed, everything's just flow. It's just different. You're like, oh, usually I would react like this way, but you know, the resistance isn't there. So you just change. You just become this powerful conscious creator. So they're the kind of five steps that we use to get you into that creative structure. And then we use other different tools to really to recode and work between the energetics, and also there's a little bit of NLP in there, and really like just to combine all of these amazing tools that we have that really work, and then just putting them into that structure that they're actually going to create lasting change in your life. Yeah.
Amazing. You kind of just answered my question, because you've worked on boats and you've worked in luxury lifestyle. You had a concierge business before in Ibiza. You've been on boats working as a stewardess. You've also been a guest. You get it. And you also remember not that long ago, it was the middle of summer. You were super busy. You were working 20-hour days. So the 5 steps are amazing. But is there something, what advice could you give to the older version of you that was in the middle of summer, flat out, working long hours, knowing you weren't quite in the right place and you didn't necessarily need to leave the job or a relationship or move back to your home, but you knew something wasn't quite right? How could you start each day? How could you start this process? Are there like 3 little steps you could do in the shower, or something you could say to yourself that only takes 5 minutes? Because remember how busy we are at sea.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally remember being there, flat off your feet, forgetting to, even brush your teeth in the morning. But yeah, it really all starts with choice. And you've got the time it takes to have a shower, brushing your teeth, making your cup of tea. There's all these small little, even just waking up in the morning before you get out of bed, to really just consciously make a decision on how you want to feel that day. Set yourself up and just choose to feel how you want to feel. If there's something that is bothering you, that you've got, you might be put in a stressful situation, just choose to overcome it. Choose to feel like you can handle it, like you can handle the pressure. Just go, this, water off a duck's back. I'm just going to choose to let go anything that doesn't serve me, and I'm going to just consciously choose what you want. Setting your intention for the day is probably the first step, and is one of the most powerful steps. And not every day, you remember to do it, but if you can kind of set up a really solid kind of habit before you even get out of bed, or even if you're just in the shower and you're just imagining yesterday's water, just like dirt, just washing off you, and you're setting a new intention, a fresh intention for the day, because where you focus on is what you create. And so that is probably one of the biggest tips that I could have given myself, was actually just take 5 minutes and consciously decide what you want that day. Set your intention. And what I found is that every time I did do it, my day just flowed so much easier and I got what I want.
Amazing.
So setting an intention is probably like number 1, not 1, 2, and 3.
And it's funny, it's so basic when you say it like that, but so often we forget when we get so busy, or everyone else is more important than us, even though that little thing just takes 5 minutes in the shower. So that's so cool.
Everything starts with a thought. Yeah.
And how do people get to work with you? Because you're based in Australia now. I know you were supposed to be back in Mallorca and Ibiza for summer, but travel arrangements changed that. But you're available online. How does everyone find you to get more info, and how can they get more into this?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I was meant to be in Palma this time, but this right now really. But I found the Sunshine Coast in Australia just as hot and sunny, so it's next best thing. But yeah, so I work with clients all over the world. You can get in touch by finding me on Facebook, on my Facebook page. It's actually Amber Florence Happy Hidden Healing. That's kind of my business. And yeah, you can pretty much Facebook is the best way you can find me under Happy Hidden Healing. So I work with people between, we do one-on-one sessions. I've just launched my 12-week program, which I'm filming at the moment. So you can jump on board. We're only in week 2. So you can still jump on that. And then also I work with clients on a 12-month basis, just to really help them and support them to translate the work that we do into their real life and get them into that conscious creative structure.
It's amazing. So we'll put all those links below as well. Definitely check out Amber. She's amazing. And even if you're in the middle of a really busy season, the reason I got Amber on today is she's running a free Facebook group where she's putting so much value in every day. I'm getting smarter by watching it, and I'm really enjoying the process too. So it's a great way to keep in touch if you're super busy at the moment and it doesn't cost a thing. And then, when you've got some time, you can hook up and check out some of her courses. But Amber's, I just find so inspiring because she's always providing so much value, and there's always something new to learn, and you've added in so many life hacks and things there too. But we'll put all the links below. Thanks so much for joining us. It's been such a pleasure having you on, and maybe we should do another one in the next few weeks. Maybe would you recode me online? Is that possible?
Yeah.
We're going to do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Stay tuned, everyone. In the next month, you're going to get to see me recoded, and you're going to get to witness the magic of Amber. And don't forget, she's got this amazing program, Unearth Your Exponential Power. It's epic, and she's really fun to follow. And most of all, she gets it. She gets our life. She gets our stress. She gets how busy we are. She gets summers. She gets the non-stop work as well. So, I think it always is really important that someone understands our lifestyle. You've worked with lots of the rich and famous yourself, so you understand the extraordinary demands we have on ourselves. I think that makes a big difference. Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Manda. Really been great to be on the show.
Thanks for sharing your magic with the world. And thanks, everyone. You're listening to Inspirations with Manda J on Yachting International Radio. And we'll see you again next week. Thanks, Amber. And don't forget, all the links will be below. Bye.